Hello, everybody out there in Afros and Audio land. How y'all doing? I am super happy to be here with y'all today. My name is Latrice Sampson Richards. I am the host of Unicorns Talk Podcast, and you are tuned in for Afros and Audio virtual kickback conversations. I'm super excited that we have a really amazing conversation set up for y'all tonight. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and here. She's coming. She's coming. She's coming. I'm so excited. There she go.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hi,
So I want to go ahead and introduce everybody to Miss Ashley Perky Perkins. Ashley, welcome to Afros and Audio Creative Kickback Conversations. How are you?
I'm good, blessed and highly favored, as we say.
Listen, hallelujah, glory. So usually I try to do these live streams from the living room or something like that so I could be real professional or whatever. But my husband got his friends over or whatever. So, we just got to improvise. So I'm in my room, sitting up in my room like Brandy. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Shout out to Dope Black Pods. Hello, how y'all doing? And so I'm super excited to be having this conversation with Ashley tonight. You prefer Ashley or Perky?
Perky.
Perky. I like Perky too. I think I told you that. I told you that before. I like Perky. It just sounds, perky. It sounds real.
Right.
It sounds good. Yeah, I like that. So Perky is one part of the planning committee for the Black Podcast Awards. And we are super excited about the Black Podcast Awards. And so we wanted to just kind of come to y'all tonight and have a conversation about the importance of representation. And also, I think part of what I wanted to talk about tonight was the difference between needing outside validation for what you're creating and receiving credit for what you've created. You know what I'm saying? Because that's two different things. And I feel like a lot of times they get looped into one thing. And so I wanted us to have a conversation about that tonight, and then also give the people some information about the Black Podcast Awards so they could get excited about it and get their shit together so they could prepare themselves to, get them accolades or whatever. So everybody is coming on in here. What's up, Wise? We got a lot of good people up in here this evening. Nice to see y'all. Y'all make sure y'all communicate with us and let us know what y'all thinking in that. There you go. I was just about to tell the people that they need to make sure y'all see my shirt. Ain't my shirt fly? I'm feeling real fly today. Thank you. This is the official Afros and Audio swag shirt. So y'all need to make sure y'all head on over to afrosandaudio.com. Shop on the shop tab. Girl, don't drop us now, girl. Don't drop us, Lord. And y'all make sure that y'all get y'all an Afros and Audio shirt. I've been wearing my shirt all day today. I had meetings in my shirt. I've been getting compliments on my shirt all day. People like, damn, that's a nice shirt, girl. Where you got that shirt from? I'm like, afrosandaudio.com. Make sure you make it happen. Go ahead and support the people. But I want to go ahead and get started and have Perky, just tell us about who you are, how you got looped into how you got looped into the Black Podcast Awards, what the Black Podcast Awards are, and just whatever else you feel like we need to know about you.
Okay. So first, shout out to Wise and Indie Creative Network, because that's what got me into podcasting. Actually started in 2017 by just blabbing my mouth off in a club, talking to somebody who was random to me at the moment, like, I always wanted a podcast. He was like, oh, really? Well, I'm the person. And so from that, I ended up starting podcasting, and I started Perky Perspectives, which is my podcast. I have Perky Travels, Love Period, and the For Us series underneath my podcast. And then also, I think it was 2017, we did the Women's in Tech conference with We Build Black. And that's where I met Georgianne. So Wise introduced me to the conference, and I was doing live podcasting, and I got to interview people like Quelle TV, and Georgianne was there, and just a whole bunch of other dope people, right? And so from that, I just started following Georgie on like different platforms. And so recently what happened was, I guess they were on Twitter, and somebody was just like, how come Black people don't have their own podcast awards? And Georgie was like, how come we don't make one? And she just was like, I got the domain, like who trying to do it, right? She basically stepped up as the person to take the lead. And then she reposted it on Instagram, because I'd be kind of like a ghost on Twitter, so I'm glad she did that. So when she posted it, I was like, oh, well, shoot, I want to be a part of it. Mind you, I've never helped to put together an award ceremony ever before in my life, so I did not know what I was doing, but I was like, look, we need it. I want to help. Like, we all know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, so I'm sure all of us working together can make something really happen. And so we did. We actually started in about, I think it was February 12th is when we had like really started to try. We started off with a lot of people, and then people started to fall off, and then COVID happened. So like we went from having a good chunk of people to having a handful. So it's like about 9 to 12 of us total that are still active, but 7 of us that meet regularly. So yeah, but I mean, we doing it. It's supposed to happen September 27th. It's going to be internet.
It is happening September 22nd. We're going to claim that.
It is. Excuse my language. Yes, it is happening.
We're going to claim that. Well, I love listening to the story of how you all kind of came together, and this started with like Black Twitter just saying some random shit, you know what I'm saying, like Black Twitter tends to do. And somebody said, you know what, like this is actually a thing that we can do. Like this is a thing that we deserve to have, and this is a thing that we can actually make happen. And so, you know, y'all just kind of like pulled together like the Avengers, you know, to make it happen. I love that story. I love the idea of something, you know, just literally starting from nothing, from a random idea, and becoming something great. And I believe wholeheartedly that the Black Podcasting Awards are going to be something great for our community, because so many people believe in it and so many people want it to happen. And there have been a few attempts, you know, to make it happen. But I feel like, you know, we're stronger together, right? So the fact that there's so many different perspectives and so many of y'all kind of came together, and now it's this concentrated, you know, group and nucleus of people. I love it. I am absolutely down for the cause. I think it's going to be amazing. Talib and I was talking earlier, and I was telling him that one of the things that I wanted to just hear your feedback on, and like the conversation that I wanted to have with you tonight, was really around the importance of being recognized for your work. And that came from a place of, you know, historically speaking, Black artists and Black creatives have always been, you know, how they say, nubbed or snubbed when it comes to receiving accolades for our work. And we do it anyway. You know, we continue to create because we just don't, like, we have to. We have to continue to create. We are creators, exactly. But there is something to be said for being recognized for the work that you've put in, and for the work that you have put out, for what the art that you put out into the world. And traditionally, Black creatives have had a very difficult time finding, you know, or being represented in those types of spaces. So I wanted to get your feedback on, why do you think it's important for that level of acknowledgement, to be acknowledged by your peers when it comes to putting your art out there into the world?
Okay, well, to start, I think to kind of address what you said to begin with, I feel like the reason why we miss out on a lot of the accolades is just lack of information or lack of knowledge around the business side of everything and owning your intellectual property. I feel like a lot of people, they are just so excited to put something out that they don't make sure that they have, the T's crossed and they I's dotted. And so they miss out on intellectual property. And then just like, for instance, right, you have, let's take it back hip hop style when 50 Cent and The Game was going at it, right? And then The Game came out with that diss record. And then you had 50 Cent, he went and he trademarked the words that he was using. What was it? It was like it was a spin on G Unit or something, right?
Well, girl, listen, I ain't the one to ask, girl. I ain't the one to ask.
But I'm just saying, so just as an example, he trademarked the lingo that The Game was using to where he couldn't even use the song anymore because 50 Cent was going to make money off of it every time it got used. So it's just kind of like, we could put something out there, but if somebody else like Etta James, At Last, that song is known everywhere. They use it for everything, right? She never really got money off of it because she didn't have any ownership over her own intellectual property. So I think to start, we need to really learn what intellectual property is and how to make sure that before we rush to put something out, we protect ourselves first so that we won't have to be sitting there like, that was supposed to be mine. So I think that's the first step. But I do think that we definitely deserve all of the credit. Like, it happens too many times. I could talk about Jack Daniels and how Jack Daniels was stolen by a Black person. I could talk about it. The list goes on and on. So I think it's very important for us to just learn how to receive the knowledge, or to pay attention, or to play the game right, so that we can have our acknowledgments. But then, just like what we're doing with Black Pod Awards is, okay, well, after we do that, let's create our own table. Stop asking somebody to sit at their table. I don't care if I'm sitting at your table. Like, we have our own table.
Yes. I love that. I absolutely love that. And, we talked a lot about, I love that you're I'm going to have like 3 different thoughts in my head that all want to come out at the same time, because I'm listening to you talk and I'm trying not to cut you off, but I'm like, yes, girl. Yes. I love that. I love that. I love the point that you made about understanding the back office, right? Like understanding the ownership side of things, and how a lot of times we miss out on being recognized for the work that we're creating because we legally don't own that work. And so the person who legally owns that work is the person that is receiving whatever positive benefits come as a result of the work that we're putting out. And so I think for me, it was interesting for me because I never really like put those two things together in terms of like making sure that you have your back office stuff like in alignment, making sure that you have your back office stuff, tight, as they say. I was going to say Trump tight, but I dare not.
Not in 2020.
Not in 2020, bitch. Not in 2020. But making sure that we have those things taken care of. I hadn't even thought about that. That's an excellent point. But I also wanted to kind of talk about, how much of our work is stolen from other people, stolen by other people. You talked about Jack Daniels and things like that. The number one example that always pops in my head, girl, is Lil Richard, because Lil Richard made it very clear, very, very known that Elvis Presley stole his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the first to do it. That white boy ain't had them moves. He didn't know how to do this. He didn't know how to do that. I created rock and roll and they stole my shit. And we saw the same thing in the 5 Heartbeats. You know what I'm saying? With the 5 Horsemen taking the song and, watering it down and calling it something new. And so, you talk about creating our own table. You talk about not putting ourselves in a position where we are dependent upon trying to get a seat at somebody else's table. What does it really mean to create our own table? Like, what does that look like in real life?
Has anybody ever told you too friendly? You ever got that? I think
yes, I have.
I think as a whole, we're too friendly. Like,
yeah,
we wouldn't to be okay. Not to have a little history lesson. I should have brought my soapbox out here, y'all. I'm about to step up.
Listen, girl, you could jump up on that soapbox, girl. You could get real comfortable. We're gonna be here a little while, you know.
But like at the end of the day, we're in this position that we're in right now, and I'm talking about intersectionally, because we too friendly. We too friendly. We taught them how to bathe. We taught them how to spice their food. We taught them how to, you know, have a little swag to their walk and a little hip to their talk. And because they think that they started it, but they, like, we're the creators. We're the ones that put things out there. And so I think part of it is that we're overly, well, not overly as in a bad thing, but we're overly confident because we know we can continue to do it. But it's like, part of it is just like you know, that old poem song thing to where he's just like, the revolution will not be televised. I think that's how we have to behave. It's like, there's certain parts of what we do that it doesn't need to be put out there just yet. I know social media makes people super comfortable. People want to film every single thing. I don't need to know what you eating for breakfast. I don't care what your mama told you this morning. Like, not everything needs to be shared because they're watching us. They're watching us, like, because they have to, because we rule all the industries. If we stop using our money right now in their stores, in their communities, it will fall apart. It will be like Rome. It will just crumble into itself. So I think building our own table is not just the table. Where's the table going? Like, you know, where is it going? It's supposed to be in an area that only us are invited to, so that we can protect it. Like I don't think segregation is a bad thing sometimes, you know, in regards to to certain type of protections that come with it. And so I think that's it. And even if we just took a step to seclude ourselves for a while so that we can reteach ourselves, or to relearn, or to just have some study groups and learn law for real, and learn the back office for real, I think it would put us in a really nice position to then go back out and be like, okay, but right now we trying to play the game and catch up at the same time, and then do it, and it's like, it's some stuff is getting lost. But I think I answered your question.
No, you did. You absolutely did. You know, you were talking about people like we too nice, and it made me think about how we always trying to invite somebody to the damn barbecue. You know what I'm saying? We always
they
trying
can
to
come to the cookout. No, they can't.
Yeah, you know, like everybody. I gotta put my phone on the charger, girl. I thought I had did that before we got started. But yeah, everybody want to come to the cookout. Everybody want to come to the barbecue, and we started giving out invitations to all of the functions. You know what I'm saying? I don't want everybody at the barbecue, because then they get to the barbecue, and then next time they come to the barbecue, girl, they want to break the potato salad. You know what I'm saying? And they can't make the potato salad because it ain't the same. Yeah, with the raisins and shit, girl, it is not the same. Who puts grapes in a potato salad? We don't do that. So, you know, I definitely get what you're saying, that we as a people, Black people, we are so loving and we are so welcoming. It is in our nature to be communal. It's in our nature to be, you know, just human and loving on each other and nurturing and all of that good stuff. And unfortunately, there are other groups of people who have learned how to use that against us. You know what I'm saying? And they use that to take what is rightfully ours. And because we are so nice, we say, well, you know, yeah, that's fucked up, but you know what I'm saying? They're gonna get theirs in the end. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get theirs in the end. They're gonna pay for that one day.
I want it to happen in my generation, because karma don't work the way you want it to work. Karma be like, I got this, but in my own time. No, like, sorry, it's people yelling outside. But it's like, no, I don't want to just, like, it's okay. It's not about revenge. Like, we definitely are not trying to take revenge. But I was just thinking to myself while you talking, like, is there a Chinatown in Italy? Like, do these places exist in other countries that are not overly populated by us? Like, I went to Jamaica, right? In Jamaica, that was a whole vibe, right? I was like looking at it, like,
yes,
hey, like, super excited, super excited.
Yes, yes.
The downtown little area with the shops, and I saw one of the shops because, you know, like, some people they have a little less money, so their shop looks a little less put together or whatever, right? It's okay. But I'm walking, I'm like, okay, this shop look a little okay. So I step in and I see the Chinaman in there, and I was like,
oh yes, oh yes,
generationally have been there. And I think it's, like, for us, it's mainly because, like, we're the only people, and probably because of trauma is due to our generational PTSD. But we're like the only people that when we think about separating, we get kind of nervous. Like, and I just think it's because we know, like, what happened in the past and stuff. But everybody else does it. Everybody else has their little areas to where they can go, and they know it's going to be majority people that look like them, and it's okay. It's not a bad. Nobody else is looking at it as it's bad. The only time it's looked at it as it's bad is, like, when it's us, or you know, like, whatever it is. But it's just like, I don't think it's fair that if I want to get my nails done in my neighborhood, that I can't find a Black nail tech as easily. I'm not saying they're not out there, as easily as I can find somebody that doesn't look like me, because that's destroying our community. They're taking the money from out of our community and taking it to their own, and they're building up their people while ours continue to suffer. But whose fault is it?
Well,
I can easily pay somebody that looks like me. You know what I mean? Like,
well, but it's not so easy though. I have been looking for a Black nail technician, like, for like hardcore, for about the last 4 months, but like for real, for like 2 years now. It's not so easy. And then I think that kind of brings us to the other point, which is, you know, this misbelief that Black people don't do business well. You know what I'm saying? Like we have this idea or this expectation of what it means to work with a Black business, right? And we say, oh, well, if you're working with a Black business, then that automatically means that, you know, you got to expect that they shit is going to be late. The customer service is not going to be good. You know, the quality of whatever it is that they're providing is not going to be a great quality. And I'm like, no, there are plenty of Black-owned businesses that provide great quality, great product, you know, great experiences, that are doing this at a very, very high level, but we've been conditioned to not trust each other, right?
And so, say it is the case. Say it is. Okay, you might have, let's say Tyler, and I'm gonna just make like a stereotypical scenario, right? Tyler spent 5 years in jail. He comes out, he went to school while he was in jail. So now he's coming out, he's like, I'm trying to do something different. He come out with a business idea. Now he's trying to find where he can get, say it's a t-shirt business. Where can I get bulk shirts? Where can I get the screen printed? Okay, to buy a screen printer, I need like $2,000. So now I got to make it on a lower scale. So because I'm making it on a lower scale, I have to do 1 by 1 rather than 10 at a time. So it's just like, okay, now you've seen these things. And then he goes and he asks his mom, well, Mom, I'm trying to make my own t-shirt company. Can you invest in me? Nah, I ain't going to invest in you because you woo. All right, let me go ask my uncle. Well, nah, I ain't going to.
Or she just don't even have it.
Or he don't have it. So it's like, so now you don't have any investors to invest in your business. Now you have to do everything by yourself. So it's going to be slower in production. You also been to jail. So certain things are already taken off of your availability, or your access is already lower. And so it's just like, sometimes it is the case that they move slower or their customer service, but it's like, look at everything else that is probably coming to it. Like, I
Yeah.
don't have any of that background. And even still, I try to ask people to help support me, and they don't support me as heavy as they would if Beyonce did it. And so it's just
Yeah.
like, why do I already have to be somebody for you to want to support me either before you go to Tom, Dick, or Harry? So it's like some of it falls to, it's like, yeah, you're looking at their business as if it's going to be a certain way because they're Black. But did you support them to begin with? Because sometimes, like, I have a friend who, he's now a really good barber. But when he first started, obviously, he was terrible. But he had a friend that let him sorry, I don't want to curse. He had a friend that let him mess up his hair several times just so he could finally learn how to do it, and was walking around proudly, didn't put a hat on or nothing, was just like, look, my friend did this. Like, had his
Listen,
back.
that's the homie. That's the homie. Yes.
The homie. So now he can go out and charge people $50 a barber session because he worked to that. But it's like, if you don't have that homie, then it's like, dang, like, I really gotta like go out and find somebody. Like, for me, I had to go outside of my parents. I had to go outside of my community to find people that supported me before my own community started to support me.
Yeah. And so I wanted to let's try to pivot that into talking specifically about the Black Pod Awards, right?
Yeah.
Because we talk about finding support from within our community and creating opportunities for us to be able to support each other, right? What does the Black Pod Awards mean for Black creatives and Black podcasters in terms of creating a shared space and opportunity to be able to support each other?
So, I mean, like, somebody made reference to the FUBU Foundation. It's really that. Like, it's for us, by us. Like, we saw a need and we decided to be the people to make it, rather than having somebody come up to us and be like, well, we created this platform and we want Black people to be on it because it's for y'all. Like, nah, we made it because we wanted it, and we're going to be in charge of it. And we also want people to know and be totally transparently aware of the fact that this is the start. So any feedback you guys have, any, like, obviously please be like constructively critical of it, but any feedback, any like inserts, things that you guys want to see for next year, like, we're totally open to hearing things. Like I said, we had a lot of people to start with us, and now it's like a handful of us working on this, so there are levels to how much we can actually do. But if you have anything to offer, anything to donate, anything to sponsor, you want to have your name show up on it in some way, maybe we can talk about it and figure it out, because, like, we want it to be communal, and we just want to be honored for what we've been doing. Like, podcasting hasn't been around for too long. I think it's been in total around like 10 years or so, but like, it really
it's still really, really young.
Yeah, it's still really, really fresh. It's been a lot of big things happening in the past like 2-3 years, with things like Anchor and all those coming out to make people station here, all those to make it more accessible to people at home. But it's still hard. It's still hard to make regular. But to me, I think the reason, like, so this is another backstory. We started in February. Then we had some people fall off. COVID happened, right? And then what else happened was we all fell off. Because we was like, whoa, are we about to all die? What's happening?
Listen. Y'all had to get it recalibrated real quick, you know?
And I remember I got the group back together because I was just like, it's COVID. Everybody's at home right now.
I like how you say I got the group back together. Y'all sound like a boy band, you know, like a girl band. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all come on outside again. Come on, let's do this. Yeah.
So I was like, hey, like, I don't know where we at with this, but everybody's at home. I was like, people are doing, you got Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott, you know, and you have all these things happening on an online platform. And we, before COVID even happened, we already had talked about doing it on a digital platform. So I was like, hello, I think this is a sign. Like, we are supposed to be doing this. And so we rallied back together. And like I said, it was like slight struggles. We had our little hiccups. But overall, I think we're doing a really good job. Like, I think so too.
No, I think so too. I think y'all are doing an amazing job of piecing it together, putting it, not even piecing it, putting it together, and like really making sure that it's going to be an experience that's both meaningful and entertaining for everybody involved. You talked about, like this is something that's for us, by us, and you listed a few opportunities that people have to participate in terms of sponsorships, in terms of, donations and things of that nature. If somebody wanted, so like, how does a podcast get nominated, or have y'all worked all of that out yet? Like how can Black podcasters be recognized for their work and their art?
Right. So, okay. So yes, we have applications are open. They've been open for, I think, a couple weeks now. So you could go to Black Pod. I'll type it in here too. You can go to blackpodawards.com and you can see everything. Well, one, you can see the whole website. So you can see all of us that's working.
Which is super cute.
Huh?
The website is super cute.
Yeah,
I love it.
Shout out to Chanel. She really was the one driving that. But so we have the whole website. We have our like about how we got started. We have a sponsorship package that you can be a part of. You could definitely help to donate. That is always helpful. And then you can apply. And so if you personally do not have your own podcast and you're kind of confused, but you want to, like, say you don't have enough information to sponsor somebody else's, but you want to sponsor them, you can reach out to either myself or Demetrius. He's actually in here right now. And you can just say like, hey, I have the money. I want to sponsor somebody's application. Like, and then, maybe we can help to make that connection. Or you could just go ahead and if you have enough info, you could type it in and boom, they're nominated. Or if you want to nominate yourself, you could put it in. And at the very least, say you don't think you qualify for this year, you could also reach out to us and then we could put you in for interest for next year. So it's a lot of opportunity in that regard. We're also, if you have expertise in podcasting, we are always looking for judges. So you can always reach out to me because, or advisor, like whatever. If you have some experience in this lane and you would like to give some advice or you would like to have some part, whether it's to be a volunteer or to help make graphics, whatever, say you just want to help, you could volunteer and you can help and you could reach out to us as well. All the info is on the website, but I would just say, like, if you have something to say, just say it. Like, don't hold your tongue. Like, we're all very open, communicative type people. And, we're all juggling. Like, everybody's stressed at home. Like, I don't have kids, thank God, because I don't know how y'all doing it. I do not know how y'all doing it. Like,
listen, girl, I was just talking to my therapist. Listen, I was talking to my therapist earlier today. Yes, I'm a therapist who has a therapist. I don't play when it comes to my mental health. Hallelujah. So I was talking to my therapist earlier today, and I was talking about the kids and stuff, and I was like, girl, this Rona got me rethinking some things. I said, I want to have kids. At first I thought I wanted 3 kids, but now, girl, watching these people struggle with these churns, as the folks say, girl, I'm like, girl, if the Lord just blessed me with one of them, I'll be all right with that. I'll be happy,
Sis, I got a cat and I'm already like, nah. I'm like, can I put him back? Can you take him back?
Right. Listen, girl, it's real out here in these COVID streets trying to keep the people alive, and they getting on your damn nerves and all of that good stuff. And so I'm glad that we have experiences like the Black Pod Awards that help us to kind of just, detach for a little while. It's a family-friendly event, correct? Something that
it's a category in there that they might need to like take the kids. Well, that's a good thing. I'm glad you said that because then we'll make sure.
Okay. Listen, let's get together, girl, because we don't want shock the babies, girl. We're going to lay it on us.
Oh, it's just it's a category for best sex / relationship podcast. We're not gonna have no like explicit come out, but I'm just saying some parents don't even like their kids to hear the word. So just in case, we might put a little warning, like, okay, next podcast awards.
Listen, you know, girl, I got thoughts about that as well, because they gonna hear it somewhere, girl. Stop playing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing yourself. Hey, Carlene. I see you in here, girl. So let's see what these comments, girl, because they're going off in this comments section, and we just got talking. Yes, Dope Black Pod says hello, Ajax. Ajax Soul. I know I did not say that right, and
Ajax
I apologize.
Soul, like what you wash your
Would you wash your wash your shower with? I think so. Yeah. I already said, what's up, Wise? God's flower woman. Hey, Talib is in here. Shout out to Talib Jasser, the founder of Afros and Audio, sneaking in there real easy, like, you know. A different 50 pod. She said she wore her Afros and Audio t-shirt last week. See that? Y'all need to go
and go get my black pod shirt. Hold on, give me one second.
Yes, go for it. Go for it. Drop the Klein. Let's see what we got. Eric Payne. Hi, Eric. How you doing? I now pronounce you pod. What's going on? Let's see. We do that. Yes. Yes, Chantel. Hey, Chanel. Chanel says, y'all speaking realness tonight. Chanel is one of my villagers. What's going on? Krobix, how you doing? So y'all really up in here. Talib says, our community, we are strong as our community, and our community is strong. Yes, they are. We are a very strong community, and we are very excited about continuing to grow our community and continuing to acknowledge the individuals within our community. I'm so ridiculously interested in participating in, you know, I already shot my shot with y'all. You know what I'm saying? When Talib told me that we was going to be having a meeting with y'all, I was like, well, listen, I'm just going to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put it out there. He was like, well, shoot your shot, girl. I said, I sure will. So, you know, I'm anything that is related to promoting Black voices, honoring Black voices, giving Black people an opportunity to tell our own stories. I am always down for that. You know what I'm saying? I think it is vitally important. And I love that you all are committed to picking up that torch. And is that the cat, girl? That's the cat. Look.
You see me at work.
You looked at that cat like, nigga, don't come over here. You know I'm working. Don't do that. You know, showing off in front of company and things like that. So go ahead and let them know one more time. I pinned your comment to the top of the comments list, but I want you to just let them know one more time how they can reach out to y'all and get more information about participating in, donating for, or volunteering with the Black Pod Awards.
Okay, so you want to first start by following this page that I'm going live off of, which is Black Pod Awards on IG. We also have a Twitter, a Facebook, the website. We have a Gmail, so you can always email us. And everything is on the website, which is blackpodawards.com. And so if you just go ahead and peruse the site, it's not too much to look at. You could just see the about, you could see the categories. They're all listed on there. You can also see the sponsors and different ways that you could participate. And then everybody's email, because like I said, like it's about a handful of us. So everybody email that does whatever part is listed there. So like mine, I'm for nominations. So if you have any questions about the categories, if you have any questions about being a judge, or when the awards will be announced and all that type of stuff, you can reach out to me. My email is perkyperspectivespod@gmail.com. And if you have any questions about sponsorships, that'll be Demetrius. His email is listed underneath his section. So basically that will be like a first good way to start. And I would just say, like, if you are willing to donate or to be a sponsor, that would be really, really amazing. Not just because you're helping to make this happen, but also because we took this on from Twitter. So a lot of this, you know, like we're making happen just off of sheer goodwill of each other, and then also just some, like, we have some people that are really experienced in what they're doing, but it definitely would be helpful to have some more support around different things, because we would like it to be, you know, one of the best things that ever happened, but we also understand that it's our first year, so there is a lot of room for growth. So if you cannot do anything this year, then know that we will still appreciate you next year. And if you can't give anything monetarily, if you could do like an in-kind prize. So like we have some people in here, like Wise, for instance, he has his own network. So say if he was to offer like a free membership or something, like, not putting you out there, Wise, just saying, like,
look, I was about to say, girl, she done called you to the flow, Wise.
Right. But like, just say like it was something like that, like subscriptions or free security checks for your websites, or helping you to register your business or something like that. If you don't have money, there's a lot of podcasters that don't know how to do certain things. Like when I first started, I didn't know how to edit my podcast. I would send Wise my little notes like, can you take out this stutter? I don't like that I stutter right here. Like ridiculous stuff. So it's like, even some mentorship, like that might be something that you can offer, and that would be something that we would gladly accept. So definitely we're being creative in what we're accepting right now. But yeah, you could reach out for that, and yeah, just share if you know of any.
Look at that, girl, people jumping in already, girl. Yes, girl, she'll hook you up with a free logo. So we're gonna make sure that's Jessica from JessRich.co. SW Social Support, yes. I'm gonna make sure she gets linked to you, and make sure that you get that. And let me tell y'all this: Perky being real, like humble out here in these streets, but this event is going to go hard, and it's the first time that they're doing it. And so, yes, they're going to have to work out some kinks or whatever, but there is no question in my mind that this is only going to get bigger and better. You know what I'm saying? And so I am looking forward to participating. It's always better to get in on the ground floor. Hallelujah.
And
okay.
Get you a shirt. This is another
and get you a shirt. Make sure you get your name on the materials by providing a sponsorship, so that you can say, oh yeah, I was a part of that from the very beginning, you know, because when it blow up and it get big, then everybody gonna come around talking about, damn, I should have did that. Damn, I should have participated. It's going down. The Black Pod Awards is I think it's going to be something that our community really cherishes. And it's going to be something that is, like you said, for us, by us. And, you know, I'm excited to be a part of it in any capacity. And I'm looking forward to it. Y'all are like the shit, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm excited to see how y'all grow it, and to see what happens, and to offer my services in whatever way I can. So before we wrap up tonight, because listen, I want to, you had said a word earlier. I think you said peruse. And I had to stop myself, because that is one of my favorite words, girl. I enjoy that word. I don't know why, but I like the word. It's a nice word, you know? It sounds real smooth, you know, like it sounds like real swaggy, kind of like. But go ahead and peruse the BlackPodAwards.com website and see how you can fit yourself in there. Make sure you get in on the ground floor.
At the table.
There you go. Find your seat at the table. They creating the table. Pull up a chair, boom. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, you know? Yeah. So before we wrap up tonight, I want to make sure that I remind you all to go over to afrosaudio.com as well, so that you can register for the virtual summer series. The second part of the virtual summer series is taking place on July 15th. And it's going to happen in a Zoom, a Zoom meeting or whatever. You have to register. If you attended the first one, thank you. Make sure you let the people know how fresh it really was, because it went down, okay? But you will have to register for the second one. So if you register for the first one, you still have to register for the second one. Each one is an individual registration, but the registration is 100% free. So make sure that you come and get that information. You know, Perky, you was talking earlier about how a lot of times we lack the knowledge that we need in order to run the back office of, our creative businesses, in order to get those accolades and royalties and all of this good stuff, And so we want to make sure that we are providing that information for our community. Again, we creating a table of our own, because like you said, when I first started my podcast, I didn't know shit about shit. I didn't even know what a podcast was. One of my friends called me and he was like, "You listen to so-and-so podcast?" And I was like, "What is that? Like, what is that?" And I was like, "But it's like a radio show or something?" And he was like, "No, it's a podcast." He was like, "You need to," Amanda Seals podcast, that's what it was. He was like, "You need to listen to this podcast." He was like, "You could do that." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know, I don't know about that." Because I used to have a radio show back in the day in New Orleans. And he was like, "You could do that. Like, you could do that." So I was like, "Okay, I'm going to see." And so I started listening and Googling. And it took so much for me to find the information that I needed. And so I wish that there was Afros and audio back when I first got started, to be able to teach me and be able to get all of that information in one location, from people who are experts in the industry, So Perky was talking about, making sure that you educate yourself. That's what we're doing with the virtual podcast Creative Kickback Summer Series. Okay, well, all of it, really, everything we do is about educating our people about how to make this podcasting thing happen at a very high level. And the virtual summer series is sponsored by ACAST. Shout out to ACAST for the stories. And ACAST has given us a discount code. So I'm super excited about, yes, girl, listen, so they gave us the money to do the virtual thing, right? And I was like, well, let's ask them for a discount code for our peoples. Why not? Hey.
You shall not receive.
How they say, you have not because you ask not, So I said, I told Talib, I said, well, let's ask them. What's the worst thing they could do is tell us no. So we asked them for a discount code. And let me tell you, Perky girl, not only did they give us, girl, they gave us a code, bitch. They gave us a code. If you head on over to acast.com and sign up for any one of their tiers, they have a free tier, but you can sign up for any one of their paid tiers and use the code Afros and Audio. That's AFROSANDAUDIO, one word, no spaces, and you will get 50% off.
Not 50. Say it again. Hold
Girl,
on.
that's a 5 and a 0.
Oh, okay. Y'all got that?
50. I said, well, y'all was not playing, girl. They ain't just gave us a code, girl. They gave us a code. Hallelujah. 50% off. 50% off. That is an amazing deal. They already are actually very well priced. And so a 50% off code makes it accessible to any and everybody. We talked about not always having the capital, not always having what we need to be able to operate at the level that our vision operates at. You know what I'm saying? Like the vision is there, but the finances may not be, right? And so this code gives us an opportunity to be able to operate at that level, and, you know, kind of get our art out there, get our work out there, and begin that process of getting recognized and getting the accolades that we deserve. So y'all make sure you use that code.
So what people need to realize too is that an opportunity is not lost. It's just given to somebody else. So
yeah,
like, you want to see somebody else doing what you were supposed to be doing, or you want to do it yourself?
Listen, Perky done said a whole word just now. Now you done hit him with the word for real, for real. The opportunity is not lost. It's just given to somebody else. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna have to use that, Perky. I'm gonna have to
Don't
use
put it on
that.
the shirt, man. I should have traded. No,
No, I ain't.
It's gonna be in the Afros Audio shirt now.
I ain't gonna put it on the shirt, girl. But I might do I might try to do a little talk around that. We're gonna see over in my Facebook group. We'll see. But y'all make sure that you check, if you have not already gone to Afros and Audio and signed up for the newsletter. Make sure you do that so that you can keep up to date on everything that we have going on. Oh, and that's why I started a podcast during quarantine. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Listen, congratulations, because I ain't recorded shit during the quarantine, and I need to, girl. But I've been busy. I've been very productive. I just ain't been podcasting.
You gotta
but I'm getting back into it. I do. I have one. I have one. I just need time. Time is what I need.
Now see. I don't know how you gonna get more time in this COVID time. If it ain't now.
Well, I've been working from home, girl. I've been working from home. So I've been working from home since March 16th. And I feel like I work harder now that I'm home than I was when I was in the damn office, girl. I don't understand that. But whatever, I guess that's how it goes. But you make time for the things that are important to you, and I am making time for my podcasting. I'm just doing it in other ways. My partnership with Afros and Audio, doing these live streams every Wednesday, doing the virtual summer series, participating in the Black Pod Awards in whatever way that I can. You know, this is how I get my creative outlets going. You know what I'm saying? So y'all head on over to afrosandaudio.com, sign up for the newsletter so you can stay informed on everything that we have going on. Head over to blackpodawards.com and check out all of the information, get all of the information that you need on how you can participate in and support the Black Pod Awards. And
we have a newsletter too, so you could definitely sign up to be on the newsletter too, so that you can keep up, because after the award September 27th, we're still going to be planning and executing events to keep everybody engaged, but also to have things that we weren't able to include in the award show to have its own place as well, because we want to still be professional about how we run the show. So we're not gonna be running on CPT, you know what I mean? We're gonna be keeping everything in line. So the things that don't fit in those lines, we're gonna have events for them throughout the year. So. Yes.
I love it. All right, y'all. Perky, you are so freaking dope and amazing. And thank you so much for coming and chatting with me tonight. Hopefully you found this as entertaining and interesting as I did. I really enjoyed talking to you for sure, like for real.
Same. And so I'm on the Black Pod page, but you guys can go follow me out. It's somewhere here in this chat. Perky Sexy Cool is my personal page, and then Perky Perspectives is my podcast page. I had to separate them, y'all. It was getting to be too much. And you guys can find me on every platform but SoundCloud. I've had like 60 plus episodes. I've been doing this since 2017. If you want to be a guest or uplift your own show, you can also cross promote with me as well, and check that out. And then if you're a female or a woman or of a woman experience, I also help to provide feminine hygiene products. So you can go to my tinyurl.love.project link to help somebody get feminine hygiene or get some for your own self.
Well, come on through then, Perky. Yes. Perky not playing with y'all. She's an entrepreneur for real, for real.
I was like, let me get my plugs in real quick.
Yes, yes. Let's listen. All the plugs, all the plugs. I am here for it. I am here for it. Yes, yes. Well, that's all we got for y'all tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you join us next Wednesday, same bat time, same bat place. We coming with great conversations and interesting perspectives of what it means to be a Black podcaster and a Black creative. All right. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. We love y'all and we appreciate y'all. And until next time, be well. Bye, y'all. Bye, Perky.